but someone I know who will most definitely have a ticket for the shows this July is one of Michael Jackson's biggest fans, and she now joins me live on the line. It is Imelda Maguire. Imelda, are you there?
Yes, Crystal, hi.
Hi there. Now, you were affiliated with the website for a while, his big fan website, weren't you?
Yes.
And, of course, I imagine, were very much looking forward to a time when he was going to announce that he would tour again. So what was your reaction when you found out?
Very excited. You know, we've heard rumours like the past couple of years, and I think this time last year there were rumours going around about O2 gigs, and you wanted them to be true, and nothing happened. So when we kind of heard concrete words that this was going to happen, definitely it's very exciting. Everyone's very exciting, and the fans are coming out again, and they've got a reason to looking forward to the summertime. Definitely.
Is he still the king of pop?
I think so. I mean, it's, whatever he's gone through in his private life, his music is still there. His music, he's got so much praise for his music. He's influenced so many new artists at the minute. And I mean, we can only just see, from the past couple of days, the reactions to his announcement of these concerts. I mean, it just seems everyone's kind of just going crazy. I mean, people on TV talking about it, about how much they want to go to the concerts. The press, he's on the front pages again, all about these concerts. So I mean, definitely, he's paid his dues, and he's made some amazing music. He's put on some amazing shows in the past. So, I think that title still sticks.
However, you talk about him getting praise for his music, and I couldn't agree more, because I think some of his music is phenomenal in his early days.
Absolutely.
But he hasn't really had any major... I don't think his music since Bad has been any good, if I'm quite honest with you.
Okay.
I don't think it has been. And I think it will be the old hits people are going for. Isn't that a bit tragic?
Not at all, because, like you say, that's your opinion. You think he hasn't done anything great since Bad. I think my personal favourite is his music from the 90s, the Dangerous album, which I think is my favourite album of his. There's so many different styles, and it was such creative music, and the videos that went with it. And then we had the History album, which was just so much more personal, and it was just a kind of a different path that he went in. So, everyone's got their own preferences, and there are people, like I say, you love the 80s music, I love the 90s music. We've got new fans now, we've got young fans, young teenagers that weren't around, weren't born in the 80s, were, being conceived in the 90s, and yet, you've got these young fans on board now, loving what he's doing, loving his last album, which was out 2001. And, loving all the reissues of the greatest hits and stuff. So I think everyone's got a favourite. But
commercially, he hasn't done very well. I mean, as his public image has suffered, shall we say, for various reasons. Obviously, commercially, he has as well. Do you think that any new material that comes out of this, do you think that will be successful?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it will be successful. The interest is there. I mean, everyone keeps snapping up the greatest hits or the reissues of his old albums, and yet you see in reviews everyone's saying, but we can't wait for new music, and everyone's saying that everyone cannot wait for new music. I mean, I agree that he's never going to sell like he was selling in the 80s. He's not going to be selling 50 million copies of an album, because that's not the way the industry works nowadays. No one sells that amount. Any stars that sold tens of millions years ago will sell anything near that now, because the industry has changed due to the internet, due to piracy. No,
you make a valid point. You make a valid point with that. However, I've got a text here from someone which I think is quite telling, and it's kind of where I am with him as well. And I'd love to know your opinion on this. Josh from Coulsdon has texted in just now saying, "Yo, Christo, Michael Jackson is an amazing singer, but his plastic surgery fault and his creepy behaviour makes me not want to respect him." Is it frustrating for you, as a real fan of him, and as a fan of his music, and having really followed him, has it ever frustrated you that some of his antics off stage have been so odd that actually it's damaged his credibility on stage?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I'd be lying if I said there was times when he was in the press for doing something and I haven't rolled my eyes, and I mean, as a fan, people just come to us and say, but why? We want to know, why does he do this? What was his reason? And people think we're his spokespeople, and we become answerable to his actions. So So that is frustrating. I mean, what people have to understand is, of course, he's lived a completely different life to any of us. You know, so what's kind of weird to him, what's weird to us is not weird to him. And it's just, you know, we all see everything in a different way from a different angle. So, I mean, it's you know, we can't expect everyone to see things the same way. And I agree. Some of his antics, you know, why he doesn't see the problem in what he's done. You know, I agree. It can be, you know, can be viewed differently by, you know, someone who's just had a, you know, normal life and a normal upbringing.
Will he make it through the shows? Because that's another concern as well. Because he's had all sorts of medical problems. That mobility scooter is never far from his side. Is he going to make it through all these shows? Because I think we're up to 20 now, aren't we? That he's going to be doing. Yes,
another 10 added today. Yeah, I think he will, because he has had medical checks for this. He's had physicals, and he's I mean, for the insurance purposes for these shows, he's been checked out. He's passed that with flying colours. Spokespeople from AEG, the concert promoters, have assured us of this, and, you know, they're not going to invest all this money in him if they don't think he's up for the job. So, I mean, yeah, time will tell, but so far it's looking pretty good, and, you know, he's looking, you know, pretty healthy and in good form on Thursday when we saw him at the press conference. So, yeah, just here's hoping.
One of the great things, though, whether you love him or loathe him, that has to be said, is that he is doing it at the O2, and the O2 is an amazing venue. I think it's actually our best venue for music in the country.